Hey y'all, I'm pretty pumped. Why? Because the Living South, this project I started in January, is getting a glow up. I'm really excited to show off my brand new logo because it's not real if you don't have a logo, right? I chose the lighthouse for a lot of reasons. Though we have dozens along the southern coast, it's not as if lighthouses are a uniquely southern thing. They've been around since ancient times, helping mariners find their way home. They were especially important where I grew up, near the coast of North Carolina, in an area people called the graveyard of the Atlantic. It was called that because thousands of ships sank off the coast since the 1500s, thanks to the area's treacherous coastline, the storms, wartime fighting, and some pretty wild pirates. I remember in 1999 when the National Park Service literally picked up and moved one of our most famous lighthouses a few thousand feet to protect it from the sea. That was the Cape Hatteras Lighthouse. For me though, what makes the lighthouse feel so right for the Living South is it perfectly fits how I see this project. I want it to be a beacon, illuminating a way home. For a lot of us who grew up in the South, there's a real love-hate relationship with this place. The springtime smells, the cicadas in summer, the deep browns and reds in the fall, and the ultra rare winter snow. But the South has its problems, of course, and a history that's as tortured as anywhere on this earth. I'm a believer in honesty about the good and the bad here, and I want the Living South to talk about the good that's here, because there's a lot of it, without running from the bad. I want it to tell stories that feel true, thought-provoking, and hopefully optimistic. Stories about people like Rodney Smith Jr., an Alabama man who's traveling the country doing yard work for vulnerable people, and Anderson Clayton, who's organizing rural people in North Carolina, and Isaac Villegas, who looks at his faith as a call to protect migrants and refugees. I want these stories to be a light when you're out on a stormy sea. This week, I'll be updating my pages with the new logo, but you should continue to expect the same in-depth, independent journalism. If you haven't signed up yet, you can do it now for free at thelivingSouth.com. If you're already signed up, thanks for being here. And if you have a story to tell or tips for how I can do this better, write me at Billy at thelivingSouth.com. This next part should be fun. Thanks, y'all.